On today's trip, Matt applies some wall paint. Gary stole my bike, and I stole Andras's. G2 creates a new drink, and we visit my old workplace. You don't need dirt to make it an adventure. Sometimes you just need a nonsensical reason for a trip and allow room for moments to create their own drama. We threw a dart at the wall west of Bathurst and it landed on orange. And since nothing does, there's no rhyme nor reason for this ride. Andras had sold his XJR1300 to Gary, so with dirt avoidance turned on, I decided to give my 1973 BMW R75/5 a run instead, bringing an overwhelming German influence to this ride.
Who's the odd one out?
Yeah. Logos stay exactly the same. There's no real evolution.
Yeah. Yep.
I've got a silver ring.
That's what I've heard.
Would I regret taking a bike that's older than me on a 620 kilometre ride? Well, there's only one way to find out, but let's just say there were moments.
So it was basically running on one cylinder. I love quad lock, but my only annoyance with them is that the rubber they use in these joints just disintegrates. I think the heat gets to it, maybe when it was in the shed, but when I left this morning it was sitting nicely, and then within 5 minutes it just fell apart.
Rituals upheld, then it was time to relax into the ride, heading up Bellsline Road, but if there's a way to avoid the default path, we're going to find it. So we're cutting through the middle of Bells and the Great Western Highway by passing through Hartley Vale and Browns Gap.
You don't have to go far until you find these roads that are, off the beaten track. Just got to not follow the default. Any map will tell you the easy way. It's up to you to find the adventurous way. Of course means taking on the unknown. Might actually have to go back a year. I only got 4 to choose from.
In 1915, this road was named Browns Gap Road after Thomas Brown, a police magistrate who used to follow this path on horseback from Lithgow to the courthouse at Hartley Vale many years before. But the path over the range had long been labelled Browns Gap, first recorded as far back as 1865. As we strolled through Lithgow and grabbed fuel at the servo before dropping down towards Lake Lyell. Heading into the valley to the south of us is Cox's Road, the first road to ever cross the Blue Mountains. Lake Lyell was created to keep the lights on across half of New South Wales. By damming the Cox's River in the early 1980s, it became the primary water supply for cooling the turbines of the now demolished Warrawang Power Station, 14 kilometres to the north. It now exists purely as a great summer camp spot. We continued on to our next stop, and while the doctor might disagree, one cannot have too many bacon egg rolls on a bike trip.
Yeah. I was too busy hanging on for dear life.
I was finding it pretty bumpy. I think you must be suffering.
After completing this completely unnecessary brunch stop, although supporting small country towns one bacon and egg at a time, I had planned for more diversions up ahead. But for what was about to transpire, it was a good call that we opted to take a more direct route to Bathurst. Wandered into Bathurst, heading towards Mount Panorama, when I noticed a shrinking number of bikes behind me. Matt had a flat tyre, but that sounds like hard work, so we abandoned him to go play.
He just said, go and do your lap when he comes up.
Did you want to do the lap and then...
Nürburgring Nordschleife Circuit Spa-Francorchamps, Suzuka Japan, Circuit de la Soeur near the town of Le Mans, and Mount Panorama Bathurst. You can't pass this way without paying respects to the motorsport Holy Land.
My workplace.
Gary and I have both had the pleasure of doing competitive laps around what is unarguably one of the greatest racetracks in the world. And if you were here for the FIA 1000 in the year 2000 and you weathered the rain and you were sober enough to watch the 3-hour showroom showdown on the Saturday afternoon, you would have witnessed my very last production car race.
Major incident, Craig.
I was racing in the Pro Car Series in an MR2. Of course, it was Australian production, so non-turbo model. Unfortunately, the turbo model would have done well. Yeah, it didn't really have the grunt up the straight, and it was absolutely pissing down. Hell of an experience though, one I'll never forget. If you do come up here, there's always a cop sitting just here behind the Pizza Hut sign. One of the few times where there hasn't been someone there. Must be lunchtime. It's where Chaz had his beer this year. And this is where our race ended.
Now this is a major lose for the MR2.
While we were off having fun, we had hoped that Matt had done all the hard work before we got back. But instead, Andras was scavenging the town to find a torque bit.
Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
Let's just go. Go, man, go. It's with my left hand, I get. Aren't you guys supposed to be like a pit crew doing this for me? Someone's like done and I'm just standing by getting ready. I heard it's hot.
Yeah, we'll let you know when you're free to go back in the pit lane.
Just on here?
Yeah.
I leave still under the tyre.
Yeah, well, I can't get under the actual seat.
That's a great part. Everyone's standing there watching matches as well.
We should do a Mexican lane. Look on the junction in the bottom.
Oh, you can't drive it.
I wouldn't do it that way.
This is gonna be a hard to video, Ben.
Well, I wasn't going to do a video, but now this has happened. It's turned into something.
Alright. So where's the hole?
Where's the hole?
Alright, so you hold it.
Yeah, things.
Your thing is hanging out. Normally when someone says that to me, I've just been to the toilet and I've had a few beers. Shane, can you remember how to get your valve in?
Stick it in the hole.
That's what I love about traveling with you guys. There's so much useful stuff that comes out of it.
Maybe you need another war paint stripe on your nose to go.
We crossed Blaney off the lunch list and headed straight for the final waypoint on the day's list, Mount Canobolas. The weather forecast called for an afternoon storm, so timing was a factor. It's not exactly a challenging ride up to the top, but I noticed my throttle was getting increasingly stiff and notchy. We played tourist for a bit, and while the sky was getting darker, I figured that was the perfect time to open what I'm sure would be a simple mechanism under the throttle cover.
Did it come undone on the other side, did it?
Nah, it's just wasn't sitting in right. Looks like there's a bit of a procedure to putting it in. It's not quite in the right spot, but
the rain began to spit as a simple job turned more complex. So we went for the close enough is good enough approach before moving off to avoid the approaching storm.
coming down this hill with drum brakes is already a little unsettling. So when you combine that with a high idle, it makes it want to keep going. It's not the most comforting.
But as soon as I started moving, it was very obvious that the close enough was not good enough.
I think I'm only opening one cylinder. So I just pulled over and had another look at it, and basically the top cable popped out, so it wasn't connected. So it was basically running on one cylinder, So we stopped, did it again, and now it's working great.
We pulled into the accommodation, promptly heading for the bar, where Gary told us about his surprisingly pleasant but dangerously easy to consume drink, which we've now labelled the G2. Kraken rum, soda water, crushed lime. Trust me, it's a simple anti-hangover formula that's better than it sounds. More bacon and eggs for breakfast, and we're back on the road.
So yesterday, Matt and Andras missed out on doing a lap, so I guess we're just going to have to do another lap.
Another lap of the track before refueling and an impromptu bike swap.
Which one are you taking, Gary?
Which one are you taking?
You having a go with this?
Oh, I thought I was going on that one.
What do you want to do? It's up to you.
Watching this back, I realised the swap was happening because Gary wanted to ride the 1200R, and I swooped in and stole it off him. Sorry, Gary.
With my heated grips and my cruise control, why would I want to downgrade?
Just find people in like 1 second.
Which one's that subtle way to offend someone? Yeah.
Or not so subtle.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Whoa. Everything's in. There we go. Am I running? Oh, yes. Oh.
This is pretty cool, actually. The exhaust has got a note, that's for sure. I'm sort of in the mindset of my controls being very agricultural, and now everything's very modern and sensitive. It doesn't feel like a big bike. That's what Andras was saying last night, and I've heard that so many times at the big 1200s, because the weight's down so low with the cylinders. It doesn't feel like a big bike, and yeah, 100% it doesn't.
So good. The heated grips. Where is it? The switch. Yeah, it's too hot.
Oh, there we go. Grip heating. How do I cross? Okay, left and right. Gotcha. Seat heating. Is our suspension mode. Road, auto, dynamic, road. How's Gary going on the old girl? Curious to see if he'll get to Lithgow before he wants to hand it back.
Oh my god, the torque.
You can feel the torque just by hitting 1% throttle. It just moves away from the lights with no effort. So cruise control, can I just set it? Yeah, there you go. Can you bump it up? Or is it just... Yes! Yeah. Oh no. Uh-oh. What have I done? I shouldn't have gotten on this bike.
Halfway to Lithgow, Andras wanted his heated grips and cruise control back, so I jumped on Gary's Yamaha XJR1300.
Let's go the Yami. Alright, where are we? What gear am I in?
Feels good. I mean, this is old school. It's not quite as old school as mine, but nicely balanced bike. I love a 4-cylinder. Just that smoothness and that sound is fantastic. I used to have an old Yamaha F6N, I think it was, naked version. I think it was F6. It was 4-cylinder. That was a fun bike. No electronics to play with on this one. At least the speedo's in kilometers per hour. The speedo reads a little fast. About 4 or 5 k's off.
Cool. I wasn't sure how you go at 110, but you were catching up there for a bit.
Thanks, mate. That was good. Dad used to have a problem with one of his carbies.
Yep.
And it used to leak petrol onto his boot.
Right.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, hope Vern's carbies don't leak.
It'll colour your shoes nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Already got one clutch rub.
Oh, I love your bike. It's so nice.
Thanks, JR. It's pretty smooth.
Oh, so smooth. That 4-cylinder is just absolutely gorgeous.
It was a bit tight to fit this one in because I had a brownie point deficit to be able to do this ride. I'm really glad that I brought this bike. I was hesitant before because of it was going to make it a little more challenging. I think the little rides that I've done on this previously have got me acquainted with it, but now I feel like I know it. I understand it a lot more, feel more comfortable with it.